Hello everybody, how are you doing? We just had a busy opening day here, just closed, and people came in and pressed buttons and playing synthesizers and having a good time. And I hope you can come and actually join us yourself at some point, hopefully. In today's video, we are not going to be talking about this thing. This is an EMI dicta. It's a dictaphone that uses magnetic discs. So just like the cassette tapes, but in disc form. Pretty cool. But we're not talking about that today, and if you want to see the video on that, then you need to hit that subscribe button down below, don't you? What we're talking about today is this little mystery piece of paper that I found tucked inside the EMI dicta, and on it is some very mysterious computer code. Here it is. My best guess is that it's some kind of game. It says Bleeper destroyed, and you can do things like peek and all sorts of things. But I, unfortunately, I'm a bit of a numpty when it comes to computer stuff. So I wouldn't have a clue where to start. What kind of computer do you put this in? How do you do it? I don't really know. Luckily, I have some awesome Patreon members that inform me that it's some kind of basic code, and Sheila has pointed out that the VLIN and GR are specific to Apple II Basic. Oh, look at me, I'm learning things about computers today. It turns out I can do more things than just burn myself with soldering irons and cover myself in oil. I can tell you what BASIC stands for. It's the Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code, and it was originally made in 1963, part of a family of general-purpose, high-level programming languages designed for ease of use. What do you think about that, Henry? Very impressive, Mitch. And you can see that this code has been nicely printed on the paper by a machine just like this. This is a Creed 7B. It's a teleprinter. So these would be used to send and receive telegraph messages back in the day. It's basically a big, massive automatic typewriter that prints on the back there. But they were also used as terminals, that's interfaces, input and output devices for computers. And also this one here, this is an ASR32, not an ASR33. This is a little bit rarer. This is the 5-bit Boudreau version, well, ITA2 if you want to be picky, but very cool machines, eh? And if you want to help us restore these to work in order, then there's a Patreon link down below. So I've got to find myself an Apple II computer, type this into it, and we'll see what happens. Now, luckily, we all know a fella called Look Man No Computer, who, ironically, is actually quite into computers. So there's actually a couple of these Apple IIs sitting around. So, I mean, hopefully this one works. We shall see. It's never a guarantee. And then I believe any kind of monitor with a composite input should work on it. I mean, people who know what they're doing with computers, oh, that's quite cool. It's adjustable. Probably laughing at me at the moment, but that's okay. So I'm going to get this all hooked up, powered up. We'll see what it does. Right, okay. Sorry about that. So it's always good to get these moments on camera because there might be a big explosion, which would make a really good thumbnail, wouldn't it? So all I have to do, I think, is switch this switch. Okay, that's a good sound. And then this one. Okay, I can hear the CRT whining. I think that's a good sign. The power is lit up and we have a green light. That's good. Right, let's give it a moment to warm up. See if it does anything. Well, something's not working. It's not doing anything on the screen. So it's either this thing or this thing. I don't know. But we've got another one of the Apple IIs here, the Apple IIe, that was being used to run DMS Drummer. So I'm going to try that. Let's see if it works. Okay, we have something. I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be doing that. I think there's some weird problems, but I can type stuff in and press return and it says that I'm an idiot. So that must be working, right? Now, before I type this in, obviously I've typed in some gibberish here, and the computer's told me that that is a syntax error. I clearly need to adjust the screen because it's going off. But but I did notice down here it does say syntax error there. hoping that's just from this. Then this code is right. They've not made a mistake. I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh, I really don't know what I'm doing. Thing is, if I get to the end of the line, right, and then I press enter, return, it goes. Doesn't it like start running the code? But I need to enter the next line. So how do I do that? I've been using the arrows to go down. That doesn't seem right to me. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, and it's worth saying, if I get even one character wrong, it's not going to work. This is the fun that people used to have back in the day programming computers. You used to get code sent to you like in magazines and stuff. You spend like a whole day like typing out this code. You make one mistake and it doesn't work. Nightmare. Well, quite frankly, I'm having a horrible time of this. I've messed up multiple times, and then I thought, well, maybe it's not me. Maybe it's just the computer being buggy. So I tried it on an emulator, and I messed it up again. So I think the problem is me. Should we try it another time? Okay, I think I've done it. I think I've done it. Let me show you the screen, and perhaps you can troubleshoot me if it goes wrong, because in a second we're going to press execute, return to run the program. Hopefully, I think you pressed that, yeah. And then here's the original code again. Fingers crossed it's going to work. Come on. Okay. Oh, let's give it a go. What if I press this? What happens? Come on, don't say syntax error. Oh no! No, I don't believe it. Oh my god. What are we gonna do? Okay, does error in 3 mean error in line 3 at the top there? How do I check that? Oh, I'm trying to go up. It's not doing anything. I'm trying to go back and it's just, oh, okay, it's doing something. Let's try and go. Oh, it's going down. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure I like computers. I've come over here to the telephone exchange to compose my thoughts a bit. You guys wouldn't do this to me, would you? Electromechanical stuff doesn't ever mess up, right? Okay, but at least you can actually see what's happening with this. You know, if you stare at it long enough, you can figure it out. All that stuff's very abstract in my mind. I like when you put some oil on things and they start working again. I can't put any oil on the Apple II. Okay, we got one more thing to try. I'm going to call my friend Pete on the emergency phone. Pete has his own museum, Short Circuit in Sandgate, and he knows all about computers. So if he can't figure it out, no one can. Pete, you gotta help me, dude. I am in trouble. I'm trying to put this code into an Apple II, and it's not working, and I think I'm the problem, but maybe I'm not the problem. What's the problem, Pete? Please tell me. Okay, Mitch, calm down. It's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna have a look at the code for you, and actually, it does look as if the code itself may be the problem. So you're not as much of a fool as you thought you were. It does look like there's a line in the code that says go to line 270, but 270 doesn't exist in there. So the code is probably actually incomplete. And, you know, if you weren't such an idiot, you probably would have been able to tell that. But anyway, we're going to blank over that. And so don't feel so bad about yourself. But maybe if there's some people out there who are much smarter than Mitch, then they could possibly complete the code. I don't know, and then send it back to us, and we'll do a follow-up video doing it again on the Apple II. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it? See you later. I'm Pete. Bye. Okay, well, there you go. I hope you don't think that this was a bit of too much of an anticlimax. I still learned loads of things, and the number one thing that I took away from this is just how time-consuming and, honestly, how annoying it is to code these old machines. You can't make any mistakes, and you got to type it all out manually. Probably is, but is there a copy and paste? I don't really know. But this has been a very interesting learning experience for me, and I hope you took one or two things away from this. Always, the aim with this museum is to bring you into the experience of the people in the context at the time when these machines were made. And if if anything else, I think I've succeeded at that. So if you used to use these back in the day and you have some nice stories about it, or just a bit nostalgic, tell us in the comments. I'm always very interested to hear about your experiences and share some of your expertise as well, for some of us who are a little bit less knowledgeable in this area. This is the great thing about the museum. We've got lots of different things going on, lots of different technologies, and even though you might know a lot about one area, there's always more stuff to learn, which is great, right? We all love learning. And if you want to support us, there is a Patreon link down in the description, or you can download one of our sample packs. These are recordings that we've made of all the things around the museum that you can cut up and make into music, or put as the ringtone on your phone. Or you're the creative people, you'll figure out something cool to do with them. They're on the website, and you can come and visit us and play on this exact Apple II yourself if you want to, and code it a bit better than me. We've got a BBC Micro here running a different kind of basic. I'm Mitch, I am something of a basic myself, and if you can't make it down to the museum, we're going to hang out in the next video, so I will see you then.